a PG-13 sequel to Coming to America. And hey, it's a choice. Hello, everyone. Terrence here with Hollywood Already Did It. If you haven't already, go ahead, like, share, subscribe to the channel, ring that bell below. Anytime we have something, you will be among the first to know. So a few weeks back, they released the teaser trailer for Coming to America, and it left me a bit underwhelmed. It was good to see these characters back, but I didn't quite know why we were revisiting what is arguably one of the best comedies of all time after so long of a period. Flash forward to in between this and this trailer that we're going to look at in a second, they've announced that the movie is going to be PG-13, which kind of gave me cause for pause because one of the best things about that original Coming to America and a lot of those late 80s, 90s type of comedies is that they were full stop R rated. Um, you get the F bombs, you get whatever you want. You sort of tame down the comedy. So now they have a harder hill to climb because not only is it PG-13 versus R, but you're now also still having the back of the mind you have to be good enough to justify revisiting this. Otherwise, we were all perfectly fine just having the original comedy as it was. But let's see what the full trailer says. See if it sprinkles any new news or any new ideas or reasons as to why we're going back to this wonderful world of Coming to America. So we're gonna start this trailer up now. It is nighttime.
Just discovered that I may have a son here in this land. How much child support she getting from the king? Pays no child support. No child support for 30 years and you came back? You was a dummy.
It is interesting. People have been confused as to why the barbershop guys are still alive if 30 years have passed. Some things don't ask questions.
He's supposed to be like the prince of Wakanda. Wakanda is a fictional place. Not everybody. Zamunda is a very real nation. I don't need no handout. Wait a minute. All right, I'm gonna pay. Okay,
Presente, King Akeem's son from America.
and my mom's.
And his mom's.
Children, this is your brother. Hey, Quay. I'm sorry I slept with your man. This happened before we even met.
It's not like you're the first man I've ever been with.
What did you just say?
Coming to America, now it's coming to me.
I always thought that Mika was going to be queen.
A woman isn't allowed to rule Zamunda. It's the law.
Did it ever occur to you that Mika wanted to be your heir?
Don't you dare banish me from my own bedroom.
How you doing, Akeem?
I'm getting it from everywhere. I have upset my family.
You must be strong.
And General Izzy would love nothing more than to take over Zamunda.
Raise it higher.
It's like Wesley is having a ball. Just Wesley's gonna be chewing up some scenery.
I must admit, your style is far into my kingdom, but is impressive.
That's right.
There you go.
Let me hear you say, hey, ho.
Hey ho!
No, don't do that. That's his mother.
Oh, don't you say that.
No, not to his mother.
Almost ready to become a prince. Almost.
It is time.
Ceremonial circumcision.
Bring forward the royal machetes.
They're gonna sharpen your tool, nephew.
Coming to America, now it's coming to me. I'm a king, I'm a king, I'm a king.
All right, so I can say that this trailer is obviously much better than the teaser. We just get more of the story, which is probably the main thing. Is the reason why we want to know why we're going back to this world. We see that Akeem has an heir, and it looks like he's only had daughters at home, so it looks like he has a male heir that he kind of brings back to groom to be the next in line. And there's some friction between his current kids and his newfound kid. and comedy ensues. Looks like we're doing the fish out of water instead of having Hakeem be the fish out of water going to America. We have Hakeem's bastard son come from America and be the fish out of water in Zumanda, which is an interesting choice. It sucks though because we sort of have revisited this world. It's sort of old hat, so it's going to be very key that we feel as close and connected and as in kindred spirits, if you will, with Akeem's son as we did with Akeem in the first. Like he was very personable and very likable in that first one, and thus made that movie a ride to get through. It looks like we're gonna have a bunch of different people who are our point A person, and I don't know a lot of times happens with these reboots or remakes or continuations is that we sort of put our characters that we loved from the original more on the sideline, and we get new characters to sort of bring in the new generation, and unfortunately they don't work always as well as the ones that we're actually there for. Shaft comes to mind as one of those movies where you're like, yeah, he's cool, but let's go with Sam and Roundtree. And I kind of get that vibe here. It doesn't seem like the PG-13 thing from the comedy that is happening. It seems like it's funny, but I still think the edge or bite is missing a bit from what we got with the original. But I'm obviously it's streaming on Amazon. I have Amazon, so I'm gonna watch it and we'll give a review here. What did you guys think about the new trailer? Is this one better than the first? Are you now more on board, or were you on board to begin with? I still don't understand how those barbers are alive. Go ahead and leave your comments in the comments below. If you haven't already, you can follow us on Twitter at HollywoodADI. You can hit us up on email at HollywoodAlreadyDidIt@gmail.com. We also have a podcast by the same name that's on Google Podcasts, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. You can also find it here on YouTube. We are currently talking about the history of sitcoms through the eyes of WandaVision. So you can check that out with our guest host, Jamie Jerk. We also have a sister podcast called You Can't Do That Anymore. We talk about classic films like Gone with the Wind or 16 Candles or American Beauty, discuss what those films did in the past and see if they can get away with or do some of the things that they did then now through the eyes of 2021. But like always, I got my ticket. You got yours.